Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today is a little bit different. I will tell you why in a second. Notice the cash for a start is 20k. Up at the top right, we have the red player with the China Vanilla. This is BoYcaH. Down at the bottom left, you have the Cyan player, also with the China Vanilla. This is Tensor. So I think Tensor is a little bit of a dark horse in Zero Hour at the moment, or maybe over the last year or so. You saw him in the World Series. I think you saw him in the previous World Series. Very nice guy and very strong player, especially when he is active. This is a 20k tournament that's going on at the moment. escalation is hosting it. It's like $650 prize money. It's new maps. This one is kind of influenced and designed by me, but made by Adrian. It was kind of my concept and stuff with the capturable battleship that you may have seen on this channel before, which I'll come on to in a second. But yeah, we have the China Mirror, which is the first game in this tournament between these two players. It was always a China Mirror on this map. Yeah, having also played it myself in 20k China Mirror on this map, I thought that 4 supplies, 4 dozers, 4 war factories was the best. And I actually think that build order that I just said would probably wreck either player's build here. Keeping the CC and going for radar. I think because it's 20k and it's a new map, people are still figuring out, do I make 3 dozers, do I make 4 dozers? It's all like new and uncharted territory. It's very, very weird. But I'm very, very proud that we've kind of changed the meta in Zero Hour. We've got now a capturable battleship on a pro 1v1 map and in a tournament. Who would have ever thought that? In 20 years that the game has been out, or when did it come out? 2023? No, 2003. Yeah, 20 years ago. We've never had a capturable battleship on a competitive played map, and now we have it, and it can fire. And he's firing, actually. Where is he firing at? He's firing at the dam. Oh, my God. He's actually firing at the dam. I didn't think he'd do that. But the thing is, when he fires at the dam... So, yeah, not only have we got a capturable battleship, but you've got a destructible dam that does flood part of the map. He's actually flooded it already. And it actually floods and kills the oil that he has just captured himself. It floods that, which does nothing. It floods that, which deletes that supply. And also kills that oil. It floods that, which does nothing, and then it just pours in water like this. I think that's a really good a double concept, really, isn't it? It's capturable battleship and a destructible dam. We've implemented both, and it's now made it into a competitive tournament. Thanks to escalation for putting these maps in a new tournament and actually seeing new stuff, because there's only so long you can play DEFCON 10k and Tournament Desert 10k. I think it's great to see new things, because who knows that some of these new things we're implementing in maps, it might go on to be like much more enjoyable and much more fun and competitive. Like having dynamic things on maps might lead to some crazy situations. Might get a situation where a player's got 1 building alive down here and only the battleship to survive, and you could end up with draw situations, things that have never been seen before. So I think it's really, really cool. Anyway, BoYcaH's going for MiGs. Tensor is building a ton of defense in the middle. And the battleship is now getting captured, but defended by these helixes. MiGs coming in. Kills a few units there in the middle. BoYcaH's expanded up at the top. The battleship doesn't have much HP, and it also can only fire down these channels. But from where that gun fires... you might be able to hit, like, you can hit like here, I think, with a few missiles, but you can't like delete the whole enemy base. That's why we've had to put all this weird scaffolding and stuff. That makes sense. Whoa, where's he firing now? I don't even know where he's firing. Oh, he's firing over here. He's firing at that supply, and it actually some of the missiles or whatever, some of the rounds are actually hitting that refinery. MiGs now coming in. Yeah, I think it's really cool that the community as a whole is experimenting with these new weird and wonderful concepts. Like, look, the battleship now deleting an oil. When have you ever seen that on this channel ever before, or ever in the history of YouTube and Zero Hour history? When have you ever seen a battleship in a pro 1v1 match or tournament where there's money on the line? But a battleship deleting oils and deleting dams is just unheard of. There are maybe one or two other dynamic features that we can implement in maps. I want to try a capturable aircraft carrier. I think that might be a bit harder to do. It might become like too overpowered or something. But we can certainly dabble in that territory and see. Well, the battleship's coming in again. You can see the rounds coming over. It's like artillery rounds for China, isn't it? It deleted that bunker. Oh, the battleship will get killed now. It doesn't have that much HP, yeah, so the battleship does go down. Yeah, we didn't want to give it too much HP because it might just become then overpowered. You want to be able to TNT it in a GLA mirror and stuff like that. But yeah, the battleship sadly is now gone. Nuclear missile up for Tensor. Yeah, this game was like played in round number 2 of this tournament, so players are still kind of figuring it out. Probably players have not played. That's some of the worst MiGs I've ever seen. Players have not played 20k much before, and probably not on this map much before, so I'm not convinced these build orders are the strongest. Like I said before, I think if you did 4 supplies, 4 dozers, sold your CC, and spammed a load of flamers, outposts, and gats at your opponent, I think either player here would be dead to that build order. What you do see a lot of people doing is they try to do a bit of everything. They try to make elixirs, they try to make a prop, they try to make 2 war factories, keep the CC, build a radar. They try to do like everything, like a 1-1-1-1 build in StarCraft 2. If you're familiar with StarCraft 2. I think if you try to do everything, it leads you to a weaker position. But Tensor, I told you, man, he is a strong player. He's giving BoYcaH a big run for his money. I would even say Tensor's ahead. He's got a nuke. BoYcaH always likes to go nuke cannons in this matchup. Very, very strong. But they are getting picked off slowly. This oil at the front goes down. And with 20k in general, you do see more weird and wonderful build orders, as you would expect. But like, I was only playing with Xcal a few days ago, practicing some 20k games, and yeah, some things you wouldn't even expect. Some things you've never seen before happen. Wow, that's deadly artillery and a carpet. All of the trucks. No, it was one truck still left alive. But these 2 overlords coming in from the side. He has subliminal messaging. It's coming in from the side, and yeah, the airfield's getting picked off now. I think that's game, probably. Can't see any way BoYcaH's going to win that now. He's got so many MiGs. Which normally, like, MiGs and nuke cannons in normal China vanilla mirrors are good. And it still might be good here, but maybe just went him a little bit too soon. Maybe needed more ground power. These 2 overlords are just wrecking things. Is eventually going to get disabled. Carpet from BoYcaH. Doesn't finish the supply. He actually got the stun on that. Artillery level 1, it looks like. Kills 95 trucks, but leaves the supply alive. Neither player has the chain guns. MiGs coming in. The MiGs are getting shredded by the Gats. But actually, BoYcaH is holding there. He's got this ECM and a load of tank hunters. Just doing some good work. Overlord gets killed by the MiGs, but the Overlord's on top of the airfield once again. BoYcaH's still collecting there. Those supplies are gone because it got flooded by the dam. BoYcaH could plant a TNT on that. He does. I think that will kill it, but the airfield's going to get deleted, isn't it? There's a Helix being loaded up. Airfield goes down. I mean, both players don't have actually that much. But Tensor just has a bit more, doesn't he? He's got more infrastructure just everywhere. Gats and bunkers and powers. He also has MiGs. Support powers have been quite on point by Tensor, but sadly doesn't kill that war factory here. Yeah, the water animation here, I love it. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, this map was physically built by a guy called Adrian. And if you just look at the details, like the buildings... Wow, what's that going to hit? Probably here somewhere, yeah. Nice. If you just look at like the buildings and the rocks and the detail of this logo, which is basically one of the guys that sponsored this map. I helped with the design and wanted the battleship and the dam in it. It's so beautifully well done, doing all these beautiful textures. Adrian's like one of the best map makers we've got. Yeah, all the shipping containers and stuff. Noah's Ark or whatever. Random boats around. But BoYcaH doesn't have very much. MiG still flying around for Tensor. BoYcaH shooting MiGs out of the sky with his own MiG, but sadly for BoYcaH, his last airfield gets picked off. BoYcaH's still trying, though. But all of his base is very, very low. He could be using those to repair things. It could come down to that. I mean, Tensor's only really collecting from that top area. Like, one decent artillery on the MiGs. A carpet between them two. He could still win. He's still got these helixes. BoYcaH's going to try and pick off the anti-air, probably, but there's quite a few gats out, actually. Yeah, Tensor knows this. I told you, Tensor's a dark horse. He's a really good player. BoYcaH's the one with the expert badge here. Tensor is not. Focusing down the legs. MiGs come in as well. Bad targeting on the MiGs, though. And the two helixes go down. One MiG going back to the base, but he's got nowhere to land. He's just going to fall out of the sky. And BoYcaH has been defeated, yeah. That was a really good game. You're seeing different elements come in here. The 20k, the battleship, the dam, a brand new map, different strategies trying to mirror. And this is all in a $650 tournament. Yeah, I think as a community, we should be proud that we're actually finding, without even modding or patching the game, we're managing to implement into competitive 1v1 brand new maps and new concepts and stuff. And let me know if you've got other ideas. Are you equally as excited about this as I am? Like with dynamic maps where you can like blow up some rocks and maybe block an area like in StarCraft, or you can flood a dam and block an area. Are you equally excited about that we're trialing new things, or do you not care and you just prefer to see the same maps like Snowy Drought, Liquid Gold, all these maps with no dynamic or nothing else to capture and stuff like that? And let me know if you've got other ideas as well for like other capturable tech buildings. Maybe you can capture a tower and it can give some vision, like an intelligence tower. Or maybe we can have a POW camp that you capture that I have no idea what it will do. Or maybe there can be like some civilian units out on the map, like a militia tank or random stuff like that you can capture, and we can see, without modding the game, these are things actually I think are already in World Builder that could be exciting. But yeah, GG, well played. Let me know if you thought in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.